like the macro factors, micro factors are also playing a very important role in the upward as well as the downward movement of price of shares. Say empirical evidence. Say most of the industries in India, even during the British period, we had industries. Uh, for example, Tata Iron Steel is 100 years old. Similarly, we have number of industries with century-old traditions, and some industries are half century old. Indian industrialization has started even during the period of British, and Indian share market started its operation in the last half of the 19th century. Under these circumstances, the empirical evidence of the company is an important factor. Whenever people are interested in investing their money in a company, they used to see the history of the company. Say some many companies are having a good record of the past. Say right from its inception, it is performing well and they have not deviated any rules and regulation, and they used to give a sizable dividend, and their corporate social responsibility is considered to be a supreme one. Under such circumstances, every individual is interested in investing their hard-earned money in such company. So the evidence, empirical evidence, the historical record of the past is a very important thing for attracting investment. In addition to this historical past, the historical evidence, the administration, the present administration is considered to be the most important thing for getting attraction for investment. Administration, a good administration. Say we used to say that Tatas are known for the corporate social responsibility and integrity in this country. Similarly, by seeing this company and the promoters or the ancestors of the company, we can say that they are good people, and when the money is invested in their shares, it will be safe and will make us to get some more money in the years to come. Similarly, when we are seeing this historical past, the board, who are the members of the board, who are the directors of the board, and who is managing the company are playing a very important role. Now we have got a very efficient entrepreneurs. After starting this Indian Institute of Management, a number of youngsters have come into the industrial field. They have started their own concern, or they are working as the paid CEOs in number of companies, and their contribution for the industrial development of this country is very, very important. When a very good CEO is heading that institution, definitely he will make the company a viable one, and the shareholders will be getting dividend, and there will be appreciation of the shares, and the money invested in the particular shares will make us to reap a good profit. So the name of the CEO, if some CEO is entering into that particular board, we can say that the company will have a good turn and the performance of the company will also be good. Similarly, due to some trouble, if a good CEO is making an exit from that particular industry, that is, people will withdraw their money by selling their shares. The performance of the board, the performance of the CEO, and their achievements are also considered to be an important factor for the upward movement of the share prices. In addition to that, now the Indian government, after the introduction of SEBI, every company has to make its quarterly report, half-yearly report, and annual report. Every quarter report should be published in the papers. In addition to that, every shareholder should get this thing, that so as a copy of the annual general body meeting, and the performance of the company should be known to every individual. And since ours have become internationally acceptable and internationally eh, modern stock exchange, our the AGM meeting and the balance sheet, all these things are available in the net. Anybody can view, anybody can see what is taking place in the company, what is the sales, what is the profit, and how much amount of money they are giving in the form of dividend, what is the loan they have availed from the public, what is the loan that they have availed from the financial institution, how much amount of money is going in the form of interest. All these things are given in the balance sheet. By seeing the balance sheet, we can come to a conclusion that if the sales are good, if profit, the gross profit and net profit are good, in addition to that, the company is declaring dividend, the movement of shares will be in the upward direction. Contrary to this, if the sales, profit and dividend are negative, or they are not in a good shape, the price movement will be in the downward direction. When the company is making an abnormal profit, a huge amount of profit, they used to give bonus shares. In some cases, when they are expanding their activities, they used to give this thing that's known as a rights issue. All these things are mainly responsible for making the price of the share in the upward direction. When all these things are not taking place, actually we have to face the downward direction. When the company profit declines in one quarter, immediately we used to have a dip in the price. So this is the way in which the future movement of share will be, the share prices will take place. Future demand for the product. In the general body meeting, the company chairman is explaining the status of the economy. In addition to the status of the economy, the industry, the industrial future demand, the industrial present demand, the industrial future demand, and what is the need for the expansion of these industries, all these things are listed in the annual general body meeting. When there is a scope for future demand, definitely the price of shares will be increasing. Why the Indian share market is so vibrant, and Indian share market, the prices are increasing at an enormous rate? This is because of the growing economy, the growing Indian economy, the demand for product, demand for all products are increasing simultaneously with the increase in the per capita income as well as the national income. In addition to that, the cost of production of the product is cheaper compared to other advanced countries. By producing this product at a cheaper price, the foreign direct investors can export this commodity to some other country and make profit. So future expansion, the future demand of the product should also be taken into consideration for deciding the price movement. In addition to that, the industrial expansion is taking place and diversification is also taking place. There is no curb in the activities of the expansion diversification, because we are not having this monopoly and restrictive trade practices committee after 1991. Even the existing entrepreneurs, they can start their own enterprises, they can expand their industries to any extent as they like it. When the expansion program and diversification program are announced by the board, immediately the price of shares used to shoot up. Contrary to this, the company is not expanding, the company is not increasing its capacity or not utilizing the full capacity, the price of the shares will have a downward trend. Every industrial activity should have the expansion and diversification. This is the way in which, when we analyze the share market of India, from 1991 new companies have been started and the existing companies are making their expansion. Existing companies are diversifying their activities into new field. In addition to that, they are starting their own program in some other foreign countries also. All these things, when the particular industry is doing all these things, definitely we used to have an upward trend. And another thing is, when we are the hard-earned money of the investor, whether it is the individual investor or the institutional investors, they are expecting capital gains from the prospects. In a growing economy like India, we are having inflation. Above this inflation, the money invested should have a capital gain. Only when they are having the capital gain prospects, the price of the shares will be increasing. When the money deposited, when the money invested in the shares is not having capital gains, what is the thing? The price movement will be in the downward direction, because people are interested in making money, they are taking risk. The risk is taken for maximizing this profit. When they are maximizing